Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, here to do a Spiritual Sapience reading for November 21st. And I just did a reading, and the message was clarity is coming in. So hopefully that reading turned out. My camera battery went dead. So if it's not meant to be heard, it's not meant to be heard. I check everything before I start shooting. So, thank you for your positive presence here. Thank you for stopping by my channel. If you're new, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment, please, about what you're experiencing. I hope these Spiritual Sapience readings do help kind of give you a clearer understanding of what you may be experiencing in the energies or some incoming energies, so that you have a little heads up so that you can navigate them. I know they help me, so I often reflect back after a day and like, oh yeah, that was in that reading. Okay, let's get started with the Rumi deck, Beyond the Threshold of Fear. It's a 25 card, Beyond the Threshold of Fear. Wow, that's interesting. The poem by Rumi is, enter the lion's jungle, don't think about getting hurt. Fearful thoughts are phantoms of the mind. No one is harmed in this jungle, everything is compassion and love, but is your fear holding you back like a bar behind the door? So, don't be fearful. After so long you are changing your relationship to fear no more, shall it hold you in its thrall. You will becoming able to observe it, to witness it, to even have compassion rather than resistance. Instead of unconsciously sabotaging your growth and choosing to slumber in darkness, you awaken in delight in the light and the sound of your divine being. You have been broken through a barrier, a self-imposed barrier of fear that held you back from taking the steps you are now taking or about to take. The steps may feel strange, new, uncertain, and exciting. Your mind might not have received the memo that fear-based existence is no longer in operation for you. It may need a loving, tender, reassuring, and firm update that the relationship you now have with fear is rather different. You are a witness, not a victim. So we're coming out of fear-based thinking and acting out of fear. Just saw 2:44 on the clock. It's a 25 card. That's a 7. You're coming out of the darkness. The fear has kept you in a lack of understanding. All right, let's see what's going on. The King of Cups. You are becoming more detached and more responding rather than reacting. More in control of how you demonstrate your emotions. This is somebody who can absolutely stand back and witness fear-based thinking. The Queen of Wands. She is surrounded by light. She is creative, and this is, but she's also, she has dimly lit candles that are spread throughout, but it looks as though they are not cohesive light. Here the light is coming in, here the light is coming in. This darkness is starting to evaporate. Now, there have been so many points of light surrounding her, they're all starting to come together. So we have a king and a queen, powerful energies, maturity, coming to the epiphanies, coming to the realizations. There is nothing to fear in the Ascension journey because you are moving toward the light. The Eight of Wands. That is movement. Looks like this person has climbed the top of this ladder and now can see the bigger picture. he can see the horizon where there was a blockage before. Not quite sure what the significance of the swinging chandelier is, but it denotes movement of some sort. And even though, this is interesting, even though that chandelier is swinging, the candles are still lit. So it's like the movement of all of these candles is starting to cause a chain reaction. The enlightenment, the realizations are starting to cause, create the deeper understanding. All the points of light are coming together. All of the little pieces of information are starting to form those realizations that are changing your belief system. There's the Ten of Cups. You now know what true happiness consists of. Eliminating the fear-based thinking, the reactionary actions based on fear instead of compassion and love. Now you're moving in that direction, and that's where your happiness lies. Four of Cups. Traditionally, the Four of Cups is you're being offered something and you reject it, or you're not interested. This is somebody who has been overwhelmed by heavy emotions, that your emotions have been a burden to you, your reactions instead of responses. You've been weighed down by the emotion of fear. See how they're all just really heavy buckets? That's heavy buckets of fear. But look at the Ten of Cups. Those buckets are all creating a flow. They're flowing into one another. Each bucket fills the other bucket. That's what unconditional love is. So release this fear. This is fear-based thinking and feeling. Bottom of the deck, the Three of Cups. Look how they're all pouring into the same cup, the same vessel. They're all demonstrating their emotions. This is union energy for me. This is becoming unified with the divine, with source energy, out of this unconditional love. And if you have a divine counterpart, the only way you're going to be able to have sustainable union with them is to get into this Ten of Cups and out of the fear. And we all have fear as part of this journey. All right, that is the reading. Namaste.